Hi friends, the Necrofluid is the new wonder weapon in Black Ops 7 Zombies, and now you can get it for free via an Easter egg. It's actually simpler than you might think, so here's what you need to do. Start by collecting T.E.D.'s head in the server room and follow the objectives right at the start of the game to do the core things to turn the power on, to get Old Tessie, and to get the Pack-a-Punch set up. Now the objectives will lead you to choosing between Vandorn Farm or Black Lake. Doesn't need you to do both at the start, however you will need to do both eventually. So you can either do them now right at the start and do both of them, or you can come back later and do the one that you didn't do at the start. Either way, I'll call out when you need to have done both by in this video, and you can decide when you do them. Once you've got the Pack-a-Punch all set up, after setting on the power in Ashwood, driving Old Tessie into the garage, and interacting with the Pack-a-Punch upgrade, you're now ready to start the Wonder Weapon Easter egg. I do recommend getting enough essence to Pack-a-Punch your weapon. Just a tier 1 should be fine, but it's definitely worth doing. As I mentioned earlier, by this point you either need to have turned power on in each of the locations. So if you didn't know, there are 3, there's Black Lake, Vandorn Farm, and then Ashwood, which is compulsory. So if you haven't done that already, then go and turn the power on in the other location that you didn't do at the start. Once you've done all of that, now go to Janus Towers. If you go all the way to the gate closest to the lake, you'll see a crate there. If you go close to it, Uber Klaus will burst out as long as it's round 8 or beyond, and you'll just need to kill him. And then when Uber Klaus core comes out, kill him as well. And once you've done that, you'll see they drop a golden stabilizer chip. If you pick that up, you can now head back to Ashwood and go up to the zipline opposite the garage and open the door to the sheriff's jail cell. Here you'll find Klaus inside on the right. You need to interact with the screen on the jail cell and it will put the chip in. You'll then need to wait for it to finish installing, and once it says ready to restart, throw in 3 stun grenades into the cell with Klaus. He'll jump out and he'll essentially follow you around. Now Klaus is on a timer, so while he does stay out for a little bit of the round, it's still worth being fairly speedy on this next step. And I recommend heading straight to Zarya Cosmodrome. And definitely take Old Tessie with you. Now head to the underground part. You will need to buy that door, but it's not too expensive. And under there you'll see a glowing button. If you use LB to make Klaus go and stand in front of it, he'll then smash through the glass and that will allow you to interact with it. A red scanner will start once you interact with it, and you'll just need to stand in the red scanning circle until it completes. Obviously zombies will probably be running at you while this is happening, so you can kill them, just make sure you're standing in the red circle. And also Klaus should help you out as well. Once the timer completes, it will reveal a canister. You need to grab that canister, and now you need to go to each of the pumps, hence why it was important for you to activate the power on each of the pumps at the start. Now you need to place the canister in the center of the pump and then survive while it fills up. Once it's complete, you'll need to grab it and jump in your truck to head to the next location. When you're carrying the canister, you are slowed down, plus there's also a timer which only gives you a couple of minutes to get to the next location. Again, that's why the truck's important. So do this for Black Lake and do this for Ashwood. It doesn't really matter which order you do either one of those in. The really important part though, or at least the best tip I can give, is to do Vandorn Farm last. And the reason is simple. Once you've done Vandorn Farm and you've done the other 2, you'll need to head to the underground area beneath the Vandorn Farm main house. You'll see a box kind of in the middle there, and you need to go up to that with the canister. If you interact with it, it should actually auto suck out everything you'd collected in that canister, and all sides should then light up. For the next step, you'll need 3 symbols. If you go to the launch pad in the far area of Vandorn Farm and interact with it, it's going to send you flying, and as it does, you need to look back at the farm buildings. 3 of the roofs will have red glowing symbols on, and make a note, either take a picture or freeze frame it to see what those symbols are. Now, as you fly back to Vandorn Farm using a jump pad again, it will just allow you to double check those symbols. Once you're back in Vandorn Farm, go back to the underground box and enter the symbols that you just saw on each of the sides of the box. It should be pretty easy because the symbols are limited to each side, so it should be fairly quick to find the symbol as long as you've remembered them. Following that, it will then reveal the wonder weapon. When you grab it, it will place you into a lockdown and a circle will form around which you can't leave. You'll also see these orbs flying out and sticking to the walls. What you need to do is shoot these orbs with the wonder weapon you just got, and then you need to reload and it will pull the ammo back to you, and when it does that, the orbs will disappear. And you need to do this for every orb around that room. It's not too hard, just do it as quick as possible as you will have zombies charging towards you. Once you've done that though, the lockdown will disappear, so will the zombies, and the wonder weapon will be yours to keep. And there you have it, it's that simple. There are a few steps to it, but they're not super complicated. However, I hope this helps you either way. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you later.